everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Henry Higgins III, and I appreciate you coming here and spending your time to check out this review of The Lady of Heaven, a movie that is proving to be a controversial one, judging by the reactions, the demands for it to be removed from cinemas, and claims that it is blasphemous to the Muslim faith. Now, as I mentioned in my trailer reaction for the film, my knowledge of the Muslim faith and the historical accuracy of certain events being depicted is minimal. So the review here will be more focused on the storytelling, the cinematography, and the competence of the director and his actors. The film itself opens with a couple of young boys kicking a football around a war-ravaged area, and it really sets the tone. A tone that is violently compounded by the arrival of ISIS terrorists. It is quite the opening, juxtaposing the innocence of children even in war-torn environments. Something that's quite prevalent with the situation in Ukraine at the moment. Putting that against the sudden brutality that terrorism brings. And trust me, these opening scenes make no bones about the visceral nature of that brutality, culminating in a tense situation that genuinely had me on the edge of my seat. The Lady of Heaven is itself, it's a well shot war drama crossed with a religious epic, and the manner in which Eli King frames the historical side of the story will be familiar to anyone who has seen The Princess Bride, a caring grandparent telling an alien grandson a story from long ago. Now, the characters in this are not grandparent and grandson, but it's essentially an adoptive relationship based on events that transpire earlier in the film. As stated near the start of the video, my knowledge of the Muslim faith is minimal, but it does extend to knowing that the Prophet Muhammad is never depicted visually. This was a big concern going into The Lady of Heaven. It's one of the sensitive issues that those calling for a boycott have been mentioning. Understandably so, but the filmmakers do a really wonderful job in creating a presence for Muhammad, but also never truly showing him fully represented by an actor. He is there and you do see his face. However, it's a mixture of CGI. There's a lot of great lighting effects to obscure him as well. But this is still going to be a desecration of the faith for some people. And those who feel that way are fully entitled to do so. By contrast, Lady Fatima's face is never shown. And again, I'm not in a position to say whether that is equivalent to nullifying the use of a visual representation of Muhammad. That is not my decision to make. This is a UK film, so the cast is filled with British actors. So once you get past the plethora of British accents, you will find an engaging story with visceral violence and wonderfully shot scenery. Both the modern day scenery is fantastic, and the historical time with Muhammad and Fatima and that situation, accuracy I don't know, but the costumes look fantastic. The scenery, the locations, everything is amazing, and it is definitely one of the positives from the film. Now, I'm not the main target audience for this movie, for a movie of this nature, but having had a childhood filled with Christian historical religious epics, many of them with dubious claims of accuracy also. To be able to watch an Islamic-centric religious movie and have it be of such good quality was a joy. It was a world I'm not used to. It's a world I haven't spent much time with, and it was fantastic to put myself into that world and just take in the visuals and the storytelling. Now, for some, this will be a deeply religious experience. For others, it will simply be a historical tale to sit alongside those of other cultures such as the Greeks, the Romans, the Norse, along those lines. So wherever you fall in that spectrum, The Lady of Heaven is a movie you should take the time to seek out. It does have its faults. The film is a bit schmaltzy in places, never more so than in the climax itself. It really isn't about Fatima at all. The acting can be stilted. The dialogue, especially for the historical scenes, is at odds with the time period, and I think this is where a lot of the controversy and a lot of the negativity is coming from. The seemingly biased nature of one interpretation of Islam over another. All of those do bring it down a little bit. But that said, the biased nature situation is prevalent in pretty much all historical and or religious epics. So perhaps that's more of a trope of the genre rather than an outright negative aspect of this movie alone. That said, the actual cinematography is amazing in places, as I mentioned, and the location scouts deserve a hefty bonus for the areas that they found. You will, or you may be able to catch it at selected cinemas in the UK. It was going to be showing in Cinema World, but I believe they have now removed it from their listings. So if you can catch it at a cinema in the UK, please do so. If not, it also is on Netflix internationally, and I imagine a UK streaming release will come likely after the cinema run in the UK has ended. So keep an eye out for it, because all told, The Lady of Heaven is a comfortable 3-star movie for me. There will be aspects of it, some of it is fantastic, some of it is quite contrite, and some of it is really twee. But again, as a visual epic and as a subject matter I have very little knowledge of, I was engaged throughout. So it's a 3-star movie for us. Leave your comments below and look out for further videos over the summer. There are movies coming out, and Thor Love and Thunder is the next big one. But there's a few other movies on the horizon as well. I did go and see Top Gun Maverick, not the weekend just gone, the weekend before. Didn't do a review for that one, but just to let you know, it's an excellent movie. Go and see that as well if you can. And just keep an eye on the channel for unboxings, for reviews, for general chit chat, all that good bollocks. But thank you very much for watching. So as I said, leave your comments down below. Please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There will be further videos over the summer. Between now and then, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.